Hello everyone, this is Joe the Geek, and in this video I'm going to be giving rumors for WWDC 2014. WWDC, or Worldwide Developers Conference, is Apple's annual conference for developers, and this year it will be taking place from June 2nd to June 6th. Based on previous years of WWDC, Apple will hold the keynote for new software announcements and product announcements on the first day of the conference. So on June 2nd, hopefully we will see some new products, and Apple will also unveil the new versions of iOS and OS X. So in this video, I'm going to be going over rumors as to what Apple will release at this year's WWDC. The iWatch is a product that has been speculated for a long time. Tim Cook has hinted at new product categories in the works for Apple, but of course he didn't give any time frame as to when these new products may be released. But WWDC seems like a very logical time for Apple to announce a new variety of product or a new product category. Because in October, Apple releases iPads, and in September, Apple releases iPhones, and so an iWatch would just steal the show from these other products, so it seems to make the most sense for Apple to release it at WWDC. So hopefully, we'll see an iWatch this year. As to what it may look like, there are various speculations. Some people are speculating it could look more like a Nike Fuel Band, just a simple rounded, more like a bracelet design with a flexible display. Others are thinking it could look like maybe an iPhone that's bent around your wrist, or perhaps it could simply look like a traditional watch with a display. But I'm sure it will probably have a touchscreen, and one thing we can guarantee is that it would be very, very cool. A new rumor that has been heating up the Apple rumor mills recently is that Apple will unveil a 12-inch ultra-thin MacBook with a retina display. Now, some people are saying this is a MacBook Air that will be released. I don't think that is the case. I don't think it would be MacBook Air. I don't think Apple would eliminate the 11 and 13-inch Airs in favor of a 12-inch model. I think that would be a little bit, it would be a cross between the two, but I think some people want bigger and some people want smaller. I don't think Apple would eliminate those two options. I think rather it will be a totally new category of MacBook. This 12-inch MacBook could just be another MacBook that would be ultra thin and provide that retina display for people who don't need the extra power of the Pro but still want the retina display. And Apple would probably lower the cost of the Airs in order to provide an entry-level model for people who don't need or want the retina display. Rumors also point to a 12.2-inch so-called iPad Pro that would provide a larger screen and would be best for business users that would give them a large slate to work on. But since the 12.2-inch iPad Pro and the 12-inch MacBook, Retina display MacBook, are being rumored at the same time, what we can infer from this is that they will perhaps be a hybrid device. It's hard to say if Apple is even working on such a device and if they would even release such a product, but since a 12.2-inch iPad and a 12-inch Retina display MacBook are being rumored at the same time, and since this 12-inch MacBook is being rumored to be released at WWDC, there is a likelihood that these two products could be one device, and that this one device could be released at this year's WWDC. So this would put Apple in direct competition with Windows and Android competitors, and it certainly would be a very cool device. So hopefully Apple will release such a product. Not sure if they will, but let's hope. It's no secret that iOS 7 came with a gigantic design overhaul that pretty much changed the way people think of iOS as far as its looks go. But with macOS 10 Mavericks, Apple didn't make any radical design changes. Icons and windows are still screen-omorphic, and everything still looks mainly like iOS 6. And although Apple did make some changes to make the iWork and iLife apps look a little bit more flatter and make their backgrounds not look as screen-omorphic, you still can't help but thinking that it looks a lot like iOS 6. Well, rumors are pointing that OS 10 10.10, codenamed Syra, is going to have a flatter look. Now, these are just concept images, but they are a pretty good example of what could possibly be macOS 10, or what it would possibly look like. And as they've done for years now, Apple will unveil the next version of macOS 10, whatever it looks like, at WWDC. As I said earlier, Apple made a huge design change with iOS 7, but I don't think we should expect to see such a huge visual overhaul with iOS 8. I think at this point most people are satisfied with the way iOS 7 looks and feels, and I don't think Apple would make any big visual design changes. In fact, I think they'll leave it exactly the way it looks presently. But that doesn't mean we won't see any new features or apps. According to some leaked images, which I don't know how legit they are, but some leaked images point to a new app called HealthBook, which would most likely help us track things like our heart rate and our fitness levels, maybe even have a pedometer or something like that built in. The fact that HealthBook is being rumored for iOS 8 further enforces the rumors of the iWatch. It looks like Apple is putting a bigger emphasis on health with this iOS update. There's also preview, text edit, and tips. Again, I'm not sure how legit this image is. It could be that someone just put the preview and text edit icons into the real image to stir up rumors, or it could be that the whole image is made up. If it is indeed legit, it could be that the preview and text edit icons haven't been designed by Apple for iOS 7 yet. The Tips app looks like it could maybe provide some helpful hints for new users, and it does look really helpful if someone was switching to the iPhone from Android or Windows Phone and needed some help. That would be good for helping them find their way around. Whatever way it turns out, it looks like we're in for some really cool new apps with iOS 8, and Apple, based on previous records, will release their new version of iOS, just like they did last year at WWDC. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed these rumors. Please be sure to subscribe and leave me a like. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.